Welcome to the Kuenzli Talk, wedding planning made simple. With over 10 years of experience as wedding photographers, we sisters share tips, stories, and advice to help you plan your wedding day without stress or regrets. Let's dive in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of the Kuenzli Talk. Today, again with me, Melanie, and I'm here with my sister, Stephanie.
Hi, welcome back.
And as for those who are watching rather than listening, we are not here in the studio today. We're actually at Dolder Grand, one of the most beautiful hotels we have here for sure. And we're so honored to be here with Selina, the head of event. Thank you so much for having us, and we're so glad to be here and just ask you a bunch of questions today. So I hope you're ready for that. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
We haven't met yet. Today is like the first day we're actually met.
That's right.
Like a lot of questions about you first. So tell us something about you. Who are you? What brings you to this industry? And how long are you working in this industry? So we're keen to know.
So I already started working in the hotel industry almost 15 years ago in the Black Forest. There I lived in Germany, and I started my apprenticeship, and after that I studied hotel management. So I felt that it was the right, I want to work there. And in my while I'm studying, I recognized that event management was one of my most favorite classes because it was so interesting and it packed me. So because of that, I started my path in event management. Directly after I finished my study in Austria, I went to Switzerland, to St. Moritz, where I started my first event position. And then I learned to love the different cultures, the different people, also the vibe you have in a hotel, which you don't have in other normal offices. And so this was the start, and I loved it. I once tried to go out of the hotel industry because I thought maybe I need to calm down a little, but I just did that for a few years, and then I recognized, okay, I miss the people, I miss talking to people, I miss the rush, the organization of everything, and also the familiar atmosphere you have in an office when you work for a hotel. So because of that, I went back in the hotel industry, and since 3 years, I'm almost here in the Dolder Grand and doing weddings, corporate business, and everything what has to do with events.
Nice. That sounds so exciting.
So in your break, when you had a break, you were working in the office? Yes, I worked for a publishing company. I also did the events there, but you don't have the contact with the clients and the guests and with different cultures. So we just did the trades. I organized the meetings for that special company. So it was very interesting, and I learned a lot, especially for bigger events. But it was something different because I organized it for that company and just always the same events. And my day was always the same because in that period I had these events, in that period these events, and it was every year the same. And I missed to have new peoples, new culture, and all of that.
Diversity.
Yes.
And how did you find a way to this hotel?
I had a headhunter. Yes, so he found the way for me because I lived in Zurich, and I heard a lot about the Dolder, and then he called me and said, I have a very good opportunity to start here because they just came the assistant head of events, as was it. The position is open, and so I said, please do so. It's amazing here, the castle up the hill. So because of that I came to the Dolder.
So cool. So how is it actually in your private life? Are you also the one always planning? Are you the planner?
Yes.
Because I assume that you need to be this kind of person if you
Definitely.
Into planning events. So so cool. So you knew back then as a child, maybe, okay, this is my thing. This is what makes me happy.
Yes, definitely it was like that because I was traveling a lot with my family, and we visited a lot of countries, and always when we entered the hotels there, it doesn't matter in which country, I was always it was stunning for me, and I loved to be there. I loved to try the several restaurants in the hotels. And then once the hotel manager came to us and greeted us, and we had a conversation with him, and I said to my parents, I want to do the same. I want to work in the hotel industry because it's so fascinating, and you have so much different departments you have to be in contact with. So yeah.
So you completely fell in love in this
Yes.
industry.
Yes, definitely.
And is it for you like a passion?
It is. It has to be a passion.
has to be.
Otherwise, you cannot do it because you have. It is especially in here. You have to rush. You have sometimes long working hours, so you need the passion. And also, I think the passion is mandatory that you can do everything in perfection.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it sounds so cool. So, but you're not from a hotel family because I always hear that people end up in hotel business because of family. They also worked in hotel business, and that's why this kind of like leads to the other generation to be there. But this is not the case.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's so cool to hear that. And I mean, we're here as wedding photographers, right? So this podcast is from our perspective. But what we want to do today is like thinking of a customer, like a client, a couple getting married here. So we're both not married, but I'm in a relationship for 8 years now. So if my boyfriend pops the question, I know he's listening, but if I would get married, so what would be like the journey? Like how does that work? So when future couples get engaged, do they come right back to you? Because I assume the first thing that people need to have is like the venue, and then they set up the date. So what's the journey for that? So what does a couple needs to know if they come and approach you for their wedding?
Right after, maybe sometimes only one day after the engagement, they called us and say, hey, they want to have a look. They saw us online and they want to come by to make a site visit to get further information about that. So they are really fast normally. And also most of the couples are asking in advance. So we have a couple of months to plan that accordingly, what is very good because it's very, it's difficult if they just ask for 4 weeks in advance or something like that. So, but 90% of the couples are really asking a minimum 1 year.
1 year in advance.
Yes.
You mentioned online, they see you online.
Yeah.
You mean social media?
Also, we are on TikTok, Instagram and things like that. But most of the couples see us on our website. They can go through our event venues. We have the tours they can walk through and then they see it and then we look like a castle. So I think that's the most important thing for them when they are also thinking about their wedding pictures. So they have the perfect scenery and then they contact us either via email or they just call us and then we can go through the wished or preferred dates.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool to know.
So the first thing is setting the dates.
Yeah.
And then they come to see you and then you have just a conversation about the ideas.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the most important thing, that they come to us because, we have a lot of pictures, we have the walkthroughs, but it's something completely different if you are live in the event venue. It looks completely different. So, as soon as they come, we go through. So, because we have 15 event venues, so they have plenty of choices. 15, yes.
No
right.
way.
I think we don't know
Every of
those. I think we know like maybe at the whole.
We know like the grand, like the salon with this.
The ballroom?
Yeah, the ballroom. And then I think we have been also on this room, like for civil weddings, I think.
Right, yes.
But other than that,
At the forest, for example.
That was in the
that was in the ballroom.
That was ballroom.
Because this is the biggest one that you have, right?
No, the gallery. The gallery is the biggest, has more than 700 square meters. Yeah.
All right.
That's very good, especially for Turkish and Indian or Jewish weddings, because they're quite big, so we can fit 380 people approximately.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you can get married here if you're like a small gathering of like 10 people, but you can also like do something with plus 300 people.
Yeah.
So there's a wide range of things that you can do here. And you mentioned people from India and Turkey and this culture. So what is your most, or can you even say that, what your clients that are getting married here, where are they from? Are they mostly based here in Switzerland or are they from abroad?
Most of them, yes, but we have also a lot of destination weddings. They came from Indonesia, Saudi Arabia, from Turkey, from all over the world. Yeah, but mostly are from Switzerland. Yeah, approximately 60%.
Okay,
That's good to know.
Yes.
Was that always a thing, destination weddings?
No.
Yeah?
This was never a thing because I think the trend started a few years ago.
Yeah.
We just had a couple of destination weddings, I assume 3 years ago. Yes, but now it's a boom, especially for this year when the season will start. We will have plenty of destination weddings from all over the world. So you can see that it's increasing a lot.
This is so interesting. What do you think? Why is that? That there are more people coming from abroad? Because, I mean, we're here in Switzerland, obviously, but I mean, there are so many nice places, and well, we as Swiss. We as Swiss people, I think, yeah, Switzerland is beautiful, but there are so many other places. So what do you think do your couples that get married here like about Switzerland? What's the reason why? Do they tell you that?
Sometimes not, because some just came, they want to go to Switzerland because they heard it previously and Switzerland is the only choice. But then we also have the other couples. They asking in a lot of countries, so they haven't decided the country yet. So we also compete then with the Caribbean or things like that. Yes. So, but I think they love that you have the landscape, the nature here. You have the mountains directly right around the corner, especially if it's maybe a wedding in winter, so they can have the snow, they can do pictures in snow and things like that, or they have directly the lake. Here you have the view up from the hill, so I think that's the most important thing, especially when it comes then to the wedding pictures.
Yeah.
But it's really, for example, attractive for couples to know that you have like indoor vendors, right? So you have like a really whole concept of the wedding industry in your own hotel.
We do.
For example, if they need to know about the florists or patisserie and everything else.
Yeah.
So you can really sell the whole concept and
The whole package.
the whole package.
Yeah, that's easy for them because we can start with the transportation when they arrive. We have our concierge team, they have their limousines. They will pick them up as soon as they're here. We have 5 different restaurants. They can eat every evening in another restaurant and we will take care of that. If they want to do a sightseeing tour or some side activities with their closest family and friends, we will also take care of that. If they need spa appointments, we have a quite big spa so they can also relax beforehand, and then for sure we will organize the wedding. We have our own pastry, we have our own florist team in-house, but with pleasure also other vendors are also welcome at our property. But yeah, I think that's easy for them when they need to take care of the family and friends that they travel to us. That's not always that easy if they come from far away. So I think they appreciate it that we can take care of everything. They don't have to think about anything. They just call us and we say, okay, calm down. We will do everything for you and you don't have to worry. So it's easy for them. It's one call or one email and not several ones when they go maybe to different countries where it's not that easy. So they have to take care of everything by themselves.
Yeah. So I was wondering, because we had clients, obviously, a lot getting married in hotels. And when I asked them mostly, if they have a wedding planner or what kind of vendors they're already booked. And most of couples, they're telling me, or I don't know, or they're assuming that hotels, they offer everything. So this is something that I'm eager to know. You as head of event, are you also like doing the thing that a wedding planner is doing, or is there like a big difference?
There's a big difference.
Tell us about that.
So we love it when they come with a wedding planner, or if we can hand over to wedding planner, because they do way more than we are doing. We do everything what is in-house, what we can take care of from a hotel perspective concerning food and accommodation and things like that. But a wedding planner, he does 1 million things more. He takes care of the invitations and he is on spot. He is more there because
coordinating.
Yeah, he's the pro in coordinating because he has the 1 million vendors when they come and he will take care of every single minute and will be there only for them. For us, it's not that we have time to stay from the morning until 6 until midnight or night at 4 when the party is over to do every single minute for them. So a wedding planner, especially when it comes to bigger weddings and you have vendors from outside to coordinate them, it is much appreciated that we have wedding planners. Because
But in a case if they don't have a wedding planner, it means that you have to be the wedding planner.
Do they assume that?
they assume that, yes, but then we talk to them and explain what is the difference. And we always recommend to take a wedding planner. We have several, we can recommend them depending on the style and what are they looking for. So yeah, especially for destination weddings. Yeah, but most of the couples are doing that. We rarely have weddings without a wedding planner, just for the local ones, which are smaller weddings. There may be 40 or 50 people, and it's not a very special or tailor-made wedding. They have more normal,
just a gathering, or maybe just like lunch or something. Right. Something that I assume doesn't really need a wedding planner, but big weddings.
Right.
It's kind of like a must do. This is something that we always say. So have a wedding planner because
that saves nerve, that saves cost.
So much. Yeah, we already talked about this in another episode. But for example, for us, it's really interesting to see, for example, you work in detail, how that really works. For example, you explained that first, but after that, you still have to coordinate many things for a wedding, right? So what is the next step for a couple?
The most important thing is get to know them personally, I think, because we need to catch them. We need to know the vibes. What are their dreams and wishes? What kind of wedding they do want to have? Because there's no such wedding A, wedding B, wedding C. So
it's individual.
Right. Yeah. So we need to know that. We talk to them a lot, and then we double check and give them some information from our side, what we need to know. We have like a catalog, if you want to call it like that, with questions we need to know from them, and then they will get some proposals from our side concerning drinks, food, floristic, if they want to have ours, and then we go in depth. What do we need to change for that? And so the detailing process is one of the most important thing, and it's very important for us if they set the budget, that we know the budget, because if they say they want to have flowers, there are 1 million different options for flowers between nothing and nearly everything. So
but that's a good point, actually, talking about budget. So because this is Dolder Grand, a well-known hotel here in this country, so I assume that there might be a lot of couple thinking, I would love to, but I can't afford it. Is that true? So what do clients need to think about budget-wise when they approach to you?
For us, it's important to know what is the entire budget and how much they want to spend, especially for the floristic part, because that is one of the biggest part. And what do we have still for food and drinks? Because we don't work with a room rental normally. We have minimum consumption, so they can spend everything, and they have, if they reach it, they have the room for free. With that, so we need to know how much they want to spend. We have a wedding package, yes, but if they have less budget, we can also tailor-made that, and then they have less food, less drink options, or things like that. So we can tailor-made everything from smaller ones until endless.
That's good to know. So there's a wide range, like from this to
definitely a wide range. You can also do just small aperitifs if the budget doesn't fit, but they want to be here, they want to take pictures here. So,
and what I wonder is, how flexible are you, like the hotel itself, because nowadays with social media, you see so many cool things. So maybe not even realistic things. So let's say I want to get married here and I want to have like giraffes in the garden or something like that. What do you do? Is there like everything is possible policy, or do you think like, okay, don't touch our garden or whatever? Because there might be, I don't know, there might be like location thinking about, okay, we have like those strict rules. This is allowed, this isn't. So because I was asking because we were here exactly 2 years ago for one of the biggest wedding we witnessed. We took photos of. You transformed the ballroom into a rainforest.
Exactly.
Like literally.
Yes, it was a rainforest.
Yes. Is it something you do? Is it on a daily basis, or is it also special for you?
It's also special for us. It's not on a daily basis, but I would say we're master of flexibility, because there's no such things that we immediately say no. If it's not forbidden and it's not illegal, then with pleasure we will take care of nearly everything, and we would love to make the impossible possible, that we can exceed the expectations of the couples. So yes, we had the rainforest in there, and this was way of our most special weddings we had, because it was very short notice. And we needed 7 days for the entire setup, because
7 days.
7 days, and this was very
for
short.
the entire setup.
Day and night, non-stop, and this was very, very short.
How many people were involved in the whole setup?
Oh, that's a good question. I assume there were more than 80.
Oh my goodness!
Yes, because we had to cover the entire walls, so you couldn't see our walls anymore, because they also were some trees and things And the walls in the back, we had 3,000 square meters of real moss and flowers, 5-meter high trees. In there, we need to cover the floor because it was 7 days. We need to water the plants, but not our floor.
You needed to water the plants.
Yeah.
The logistic behind the scenes, unbelievable. Yeah.
And all vendors were so amazing.
Yeah.
It was stunning. Yes.
I mean, it looked like a movie setup, actually.
Yes, it did.
It really, because we were obviously not during the 7 days. Well, at the beginning we weren't there, but at the end, when
we just saw the result actually. But like knowing what's behind that, it's crazy.
Yes, that was crazy and that was amazing. And everybody had so much fun. Every department from the hotel just came back, can I quickly?
The highlight of the year.
Yes, it was the highlight of the year.
Yay.
Yeah, definitely. Because change a normal event venue into a rainforest, that's something special.
Yeah.
And we also had a special sound system that it sounds like a thunderstorm in there and things like that. So
But for example, this was such a big highlight that obviously for the portfolio, it's amazing. So are you showing these photos to other couples for the future?
We have a video where we can show how we can transform the room. So you walk in and it was empty, and then how it looked afterwards, especially if we go to the wedding shows for the wedding planners. This is something they love to see, because they think, okay, we're in a 5-star luxury hotel. We have the room, we do what we can, just a little table set up and flowers. But no, we're not kind of that. We want to make is that the impossible possible? So we also do rainforests in our rooms. Or a few weeks ago, we just had a winter wonderland in the ballroom. So we placed approximately 20 Christmas trees in there. We had the fake snow, and it looks like you were outside.
It was a wedding as well?
Yes, it was also a wedding.
No way.
Yeah, from South America.
Oh, South America?
I wish we did photos.
I would also love to ask, can I sneak peek? See how it is?
Quick note from our sponsor, Switzerland Tourism is all about making your dream destination wedding a reality. Check out their website for real wedding stories, a handy wedding venue finder, and top-notch vendors to bring your vision to life. Plus, their Instagram is packed with stunning inspiration from international weddings. You won't want to miss it. So now let's go back to our episode.
So do you think after that wedding, like after that rainforest wedding, are there like more, do you have more weddings like this on the pipeline?
We do have, yes, but not that much, because it's you need a huge budget for that.
Yes, budget for that.
Yes,
for
a huge budget. That was super expensive. But we don't have that every month. But sometimes yes, and that's the highlight. And that's why we work for that, because these are the special moments you will never forget in life.
That's so true. So is it, for example, for the future, a goal to have more and more weddings like this?
It is definitely 100%. Yes, this is also set in our strategic planning. Yes.
That's a good thing for all listeners out there. If you plan to do like outstanding weddings, go to Dolder Grand.
What I really love about that is that you are so open-minded here.
Yeah, that's the thing that I meant, because not every hotel is doing that, what you do.
Yeah.
That's right, yes. Yeah.
I mean, you can tell because you were working not just at this hotel, but others.
Yes.
I don't know how flexible the other hotels might be for that.
Some are also flexible, but there are a lot where it's very strict.
Yeah.
So you need to be careful. You can do a lot of things, but you cover the floor so that the floor doesn't break. So you just need to think closer to the things, and you will always find a solution. Maybe it lasts longer. You need more time for that, but I think it's worth it.
But where is this coming from to be so open-minded with new concept? It's not that easy, because you have to learn every time something new. For example, you said before the floor was so important and you had to water the plants.
Yes.
The floor is so expensive, but who is responsible? You at the end, right? At that moment. Or what is the idea of it to have like this bravery, just go ahead and do something new?
I think this is the mindset from the entire hotel. We want to give everything, and we want to give the best for our clients, that we can exceed their expectations. So we are one team. There's not one single responsible and then we blame them. Oh my gosh, why is it broken? No, that's not the style we work here. So I think it comes from the top, that our owner and our general manager are always open for that, and they always be there for us if we want to have a question. Or if we can ask, can we do that? Is it too risky? They are always here for us, and they always support us for these things. So I think that's the entire mindset we do have in the in every department here in the hotel.
Did it happen that you had clients where you had to refuse their inquiry because of whatever reasons, because their expectations were like too crazy or budget wise, or is there like whoever's reaching out to you, there's always like a solution, like there's always a thing that we can do? Or were there like clients where you felt like not really, I think you're not in the right place?
Yeah, this depends on. We can always give them solutions or alternatives. What we say, if they say we need that and maybe it's illegal in Switzerland, this depends on some culture things. Some things are not allowed to do in Switzerland. And
What, for example? Just for
I'm
example.
also
Illegal.
What's illegal?
For example, Indian wedding, if they want an elephant, obviously that would be illegal, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
or my giraffe, example. I think this is not working.
A horse.
Horses, I had that once in St. Moritz.
No.
I had the horses for Indian wedding. Yeah, that's not that strict,
Okay.
but yeah, elephant and giraffe, that's difficult. Or other
Like fireworks during.
fireworks, that's
Yeah.
very
Right.
rarely to get.
Well, actually, what I think is really interesting for us are the cultures, right? For example, you said you had Indian weddings and obviously also American weddings. So, what kind of other culture did you witness here?
Every culture is welcome at our hotel, but we also have a lot of Jewish weddings. They are also very special with the traditions, with the ceremonies, and also especially concerning food. What we need to keep in mind, we have Turkish weddings, weddings from Asia, and every wedding has their special culture and procedure.
Yeah.
And they just can tell us, and we can double check what we can make happen. But normally,
Yeah,
that's easy.
I mean, for example, the weddings for Indian weddings are like 2 days or 3 days long.
Exactly. Yes.
So they also do that here. They stay here.
Yes. Yeah, they stay here. Sometimes they have their rehearsals and they're pre-dinner with us, or they go to another property because sometimes they need to change the location, and every day has to be better than the first day. So they have to go to the top wedding day and things like that. So you need to be creative because the decoration need also to be changed, and there's nothing possible that they can see the same flowers twice.
Right, I understand. But beside the forest wedding, what was one of the biggest challenges for you until now?
One of the biggest challenges, that's a good question. So we had once a wedding, and then they said, okay, I want to have a karaoke studio. We said, yeah, okay, when do you want to have that? And they want to have that in 30 minutes. Okay, let's try it. We tried to call our AV technician, but he was already at home because it was late in the evening. Okay, then I was running to my office, and luckily 2 of my teammates were still there, and I said, I need your help. Please help me. What can we do? And the guy has a little knowledge about AV, and he just went to our storage, just grabbed whatever he could find, and then I was running through the hotel. Can we please help somebody? And then our concierge said, my brother is an AV technician. Okay, where's your brother? Then we was in exact this room. We did a FaceTime call with the brother of our concierge, and then he explained what we should do, and then we tried, and we failed several times, but yeah, we made it happen, and we had
In half an hour?
Yes.
Wow!
We were running around like crazy, and then we had a karaoke studio within 30 minutes in this room, and the bride and groom were happy, so they could go in and sing.
The clients were so happy.
Right.
If they knew what was going on behind closed doors.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yes.
But I think that's one of the best things, actually, getting married in general in hotels, especially hotels like these, where like there's so many possibilities.
Yeah.
Let's say I once had, that was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago now, I had a wedding in Austria, and the bride's dress was broken. There was like kind of like, I don't know what's the name for the zipper was broken, and she was like freaking out because like the civil ceremony will start like in half an hour, and she didn't know how to fix it. And I thought, okay, maybe you here have like some
We have laundry in-house.
laundry in-house. Yeah,
with
so
suit of
whatever
yes.
happens, there's like always a possibility to do something. And this is something that I assume would I be a bride as a couple would feel so at ease, so comfortable, just knowing that whatever happens,
That's right.
you have assistance here. And I think that's one of, I would say personally, the biggest difference in location-wise where you get married, because people who don't get married in hotels, they might get married like in a restaurant, but a restaurant might only provide food and drinks, but not all the other service
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
And so, yeah, I think this is a big difference. And I can understand why a lot of people get married in hotels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we once had also a bride there. She forgot her bridal bouquet at home. Yes, and this was quite far away. So because of our own floristic team, they had white flowers in their refrigerator, and so they quickly made a new bridal bouquet, and we could help her within 20 minutes or something.
So cool. Is
That's
there
amazing.
something that you don't have here? Or do you have like everything? Florist, laundry, food, beverage.
Oh, the wedding planner.
Oh, okay. The wedding
That's not
planners.
included.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have a coordinator.
What they do coordinate.
Yeah, that's
both.
sometimes it's just yeah.
We don't have a photographer in house.
Oh,
If they forget that, then it's more difficult. Yeah.
You don't have that.
No.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So,
But back to our couple, for example, which would be very interesting for them for the next step. So for the day when they have their wedding prepared and everything, and you have a team right there, for example, the kitchen. So it would be very interesting. How is this on the day? Because I saw it once when I had a wedding here, also a big wedding, and I could see the kitchen. They worked together and it was like amazing. How is this planned actually? Is the food planned very early? Or how do you prepare all the ideas for the dinner? How do you give, for example, new concept ideas for the couple so that they can be reassured that everything just works well at the wedding day?
So it's very important for us that the couple has one single point of contact because they're nervous, they need the personality. So we are always the main point of contact, and then we will double check everything with our kitchen. We have several menus and options we will send to the couple, but some wants to have a special dish because they have some history with that. Maybe that was the first dish they ate for their first date or things like that, or during the engagement or things. So we are super flexible with that. We just forward all the information to our head chef, and then he creates the tailor-made menu also concerning food, concerning drinks, if they want to have some special cocktails or they want a special name for their cocktails. So this is the most important thing, that they tell us everything. Every single detail, wish, preferences is most important for us to know so that we can go ahead and double check what's the best we can do for them. Yeah, and then as soon as they arrive, we have a couple of meetings internally to double check that also, especially our event operations team, which will be then the entire evening with them and take care of the service and everything, that they know what they told me, so that we can do the best to give everything through and it runs smoothly.
So how closely do you work with wedding planners, or how much are you involved in wedding planning itself? So because you mentioned that, of course, the couple reach out to you, they set up a date, they go and visit a place, they agree on getting married here. And after that, when they have a wedding planner, is it like, do couples still have constant like contact with you, or is it all through a wedding planner, or do you work with a wedding planner very closely? So how does this work?
This depends on the wishes.
Yeah.
This is decided by the couples. If they want to do something by themselves, we are still in contact with them. Or some couples say, wedding planner, please do everything. I don't want to be contacted for one single question. So this depends on
the couple.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But then if they are giving it to the wedding planner, and then we are in constant contact with the wedding planner. They are asking us, what can we do? The bride showed me these pictures. They want to have that. What can we do? What can you offer? Do I have to look for something outside for a third party or something like that?
Yeah.
Yes. So for wedding, you have more contact points and you're more in contact with either the couple or then the wedding planner, because you have to think of more details and things. So we have millions of emails, phone calls, video calls, site visits here. If they are from Zurich, especially, sometimes they came 5 to 10 times to double check things, because then you have the personal conversation and they feel better and they're calm at the wedding day, because they know, okay, I talked to them several times, they're pros, I need to trust them and everything's fine for me. So I think it gives them a very good feeling.
Yeah. Yes. I can imagine that. How many weddings do you have a year?
This depends on, we have between 80 and 100. So wow. But also with the civil ceremonies, because we are official partner of the civil ceremony office. So we also have approximately 30 ceremonies
a year
in the year. Yes.
Oh wow,
It's amazing.
Yeah. That's very popular. They can book it 1 year in advance, and normally at midnight we already get
No.
information. Yes.
Let's talk about, for me, a very important topic. Actually, we recently talked about that on a recent episode, and it's the mood, like the vibe, the wedding vibe, because we witnessed that there's certain vibes. They're like a big dance party, but then there's like more sleep party rather than a dance party. So my question is, because I assume, or I think people assume, just because they're getting married in a 5-star hotel, the vibe is automatically just great. So is this a common mistake that people assume? So because in my opinion, you need more than just having a good location in order to have a good vibe on your wedding day. So what would you suggest, recommend to couples reaching out to you just to maintain a good vibe on their wedding day?
Yeah, there are several things. One of the most important is music. Have a DJ, have a band, have something. They make the mood, they make the vibe. They tell them to go on the dance floor, and then you cannot get them back on the table. So that is one of the most important thing. If they don't have any music and we just have our background music, it's hard to get them on the dance floor because the vibe is missing. And give them drinks. So if they drink more, they are easygoing. They go on the dance floor and they cannot stop themselves. And the vibe is amazing. We, as an employee, just want to go there. We want to dance with them because it's stunning when they are on the dance floor and have the good vibe. But yeah, this depends on also, it's a cultural thing concerning dancing. Some cultures, they start dancing. They haven't eaten anything. They just start dancing. And we need to tell them, please, can you go on the table? We need to serve dishes. They are ready. And they say, yeah, just give us 5 more minutes. And then we have the other cultures. They're just sitting there. They're eating. And then afterwards, you need to animate them.
Yeah.
They go on the dance floor, that they dance a little, then they need more drinks, and then they get calm and easygoing, and then they are also hitting the dance floor. But yeah, that's completely different. You have everything.
I totally agree with like the music part and with the alcohol part.
Yes.
Because these two, in my opinion, are also crucial just to maintain a good dance party at your wedding day. So talking about music, do you have also musicians or like in general other vendors but than just wedding planners that you recommend to your couple?
We do have, especially concerning music, we have our own music agency in-house.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so she does our entire music concept. Also, if you hear the background music all over the places, and she has tons of bands, DJs, and recommendations she can hand over to us. But also for other vendors, we are open. But if we recommend them, we need to know them. That's one of the most important things, because if I tell a couple, please take vendor A, B, or C, I need to trust this vendor 100%. And I can say from my side, they're amazing. They're professionals. They will do everything in perfection, because in the end, we are one team. It is not that vendor A, vendor B, vendor C. It's the wedding at Dolder Grand. And then we are one team, and we need to have the same vibe and the same spirit for that, yeah.
So you have experience with these people. All right. So you just recommend people you already saw live once, right?
Normally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes there are special requests. We haven't seen them, but then we need to talk to them. We call them. We need to see the resume for them. And then we also tell the couple, we can recommend that, but not for 100%, because we never worked with them beforehand, but we heard a lot of good things from them. But yeah, please keep in mind that we never saw them before. So because of that, we love to recommend vendors we worked previously. Then we can say, yeah, for 100%, they're amazing. They're the best. Please take them. So
they're reliable.
Yes.
And everything.
Yeah, they will be here on point. We had that once, a DJ, I don't know where he was, but he came 3 hours too late. And
3 hours?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
3 hours.
And that was not recommended from our side, so we need to double check what we can do. That there was a little music.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's important for us that we know them also personally. We worked with them previously. And I can rely on them. That's important.
So interesting. So I'm wondering, I don't know, how is it with you, but when people reach out to us, obviously for wedding photography, I do my best to recommend them, because we do have certain packages. Let's say we have a couple, they want like the whole full experience from getting ready until the party. And so what I do is I listen to the couple. I want to get to know them for sure, and I want them to trust me.
Yeah.
Because with my years of experience, I know exactly what kind of package suits them. And do you also do that? So, or does it happen that there are like clients thinking they know maybe better because they're not experienced, but they think they are, and then you witness that on the wedding day? Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's the most important thing that they trust us and all other vendors as well, because we do that so often. We have hundreds of weddings a year, so we are the professionals. We only want the best for them, because when a couple went out of the hotel, I want that they are amazed, that we exceed their expectation, and they go around and tell, this was the best day of my life. I don't want the thing I want to have, or because I get more revenue. I want the thing what is best for the couple. And yeah, sometimes it's missing that they don't have trust in others, because they think, oh no, maybe then I have to pay 100 francs more or things like that. But they should forget that. That's the most important thing. Please forget these things and trust us. We only want the best for the couple. And also because of that, the personal contact is so important, because then we get to know them.
Yeah.
We can hear their wishes and their dreams, so we can align them accordingly. So the trust is one of the most important things a bride and groom should bring with them.
Totally agree with that. They
So in
need
other
to
words,
trust.
that if they have a budget and they're like, I can't afford more than 50,000 or 80,000, you are really able to have this concept where you are like, everything is included, don't worry about that. And if we have idea, we will ask you first.
Yes.
So this is really the kind of service you're giving to the couples.
Exactly, yes. It's very important for us to get the budget, because they change a lot, or one couple has a huge budget and then we can do completely different things, but we need to know them beforehand so we can make our proposals accordingly and give them the options. With that budget you can do that, or if you want to get the focus of the budget maybe for floristic thingies, we can do that. So it's important for us to make the best out of it, and not that they hide the budget because they're scared, they don't want to tell that exactly to us, but we can calculate how much will they drink approximately. We never know, but we ask the couple always, they know the family and friends, are they drinking a lot or are they eating a lot? Because there are huge varieties. We have some friends and family rarely drink alcohol. Others are drinking a lot, and the others are just looking for food, and they have plenty of midnight snacks and things. But we need to know that beforehand to calculate the budget, and that we know, okay, so you have still something. Do you want to save it, or do you want to have a bigger floristic bouquet on the table? So it's important to be open to us, to tell us everything, to tell the wishes, to tell what they see. Maybe they saw things online. Yeah, please send pictures over to us so we can double check that. And yeah, please set the budget. That's important. And also to don't have any surprises then afterwards when they get the invoice.
Yeah.
So trust and openness is.
So it's a really respectful way of collaborating with the couples.
Yeah, just I think be transparent. This is all, and maybe might be a good tip for future couples out there. Just really calculate like a little buffer.
Yeah.
In your, I mean, I could go to you and tell you, okay, I have, let's say, 50,000 as a budget, but I rather like to spend 40 and have like 10 as a buffer, because then you don't have like those kind of mistakes that you might regret afterwards. And that's the thing, we want couple, or as a couple, or me as a future, if I would be like a future bride again, I'm not
Hopefully.
I don't want it. So then I would like to not regret a thing on my wedding day. So yeah, just really fully trust the vendor, because he really wants to help you.
Definitely, yes.
Yeah.
We only want to help. And also a buffer, that is fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to know the budget. Also, if we need to arrange something with vendors, there are several vendors, the cheaper ones, the more expensive ones, and the more exclusive ones. So we need to know who can we ask for, what is in. So yeah,
of course. So like I think as a final question, what is your like biggest advice that you can give to future couples in terms of wedding planning, or having a wedding in a hotel like this one?
It is very important that they hear their gut feelings, they come in here, they see the venue. A lot of other hotels has also very beautiful venues, but sometimes it's a little thing they see, okay, maybe I feel more confident in here, or it's more easygoing, or I have the vibe between the wedding planner because they're very friendly and helpful. And, you know, if you go in a room, you have always a person who is more sympathy than the other. So just here to these small things that tells you your gut, maybe this is a little better, maybe I feel here more comfortable. And I think that's the small things, because you have plenty of hotels, plenty of wedding planners. So I think it makes the small details where you feel comfortable, or maybe there you also have a backup. So if there are a problem, and sometimes there are problems, who can solve it best, that it still will be my best and most important day of the life. So we are a big hotel. We have nearly everything in-house. If something is missing, we can take care of it. It doesn't matter if it's AV, if it's a transportation, if it's flowers, or if something breaks on your dress, as you mentioned beforehand. So yeah, just be on the safe side so that you can calm down, that you can relax, that you don't have to think about anything, because the others will take care. Just relax and enjoy the day. Don't think about anything. Just come in, do your things, talk to your friend, to your family, eat, drink, and have fun.
Enjoy.
Yes.
Yeah, it feels like it's a stress-free process,
Yes, definitely.
which many couples wish for their wedding, right? So this is a high-quality form of service,
Yes.
which speaks for you, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all those valuable information. And I hope that listeners out there, they when they write in their wedding planning process, that this is something that this might help them to plan their wedding. Selina, thank you so much for this valuable information today. I think we learned a lot about wedding planning in a hotel, especially. And for future brides or couples out there who are planning a wedding, just have a look at our wedding guide, guys, because we have so many valuable information in this guide. And we do even have a location guide there, like with lots of great wedding venues here in Switzerland. And of course, the Dolder Grand is also in it. So let's have a look at it. And we say thank you so much again for having us here.
Thank you for having me.
It was so much fun.
It was amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah. And see you next time, guys.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.